Hello, YouTubers. It's Travis. Welcome back. We're continuing the history of draft, this time with War of the Spark, which was the culmination of the Nicol Bolas Conquers the World storyline. It was a fun set. There were good times that were had. And my favorite part of drafting in these events is that I get to do the draft, say that a card my opponent plays is not particularly good, and then get murdered by it. One of these days, I will win my own tournament, but spoiler alert, it's not today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to include some links in this one of some of the other people who are participating. So if you'd like to go watch other people who are doing the drafts, you'll be able to do that. And thank you for watching. If you like what you see here, do consider stopping by the stream and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, and enjoy War of the Spark. Alrighty, pack one, pick one. War of the Spark. We've opened Bob Nixilis the Hate Twisted. It was not very good. We have opened a Soul Diviner, which was pretty good. And the rest of the pack is kind of garbage. I like Tithebreaker Giant more than I should have. Bob Nixilis was weird because you'd like blow up somebody's creature and then they draw two cards. It wasn't great. I kind of want to take the Soul Diviner. If that comes together, it's really good in the color pair. If it doesn't, I'll live. This feels like a weak pack. I could respect Bob Nixilis. I never played that card in the entirety of the format. Like, your opponent has a Snare Spinner and your deck doesn't work. But I did see people go off with it. Moa was not bad. I do want to be careful about getting into green, though, because it's not a wonderful color pair. Or it doesn't really pair well with anything. Yeah, you kind of had to get something else going for Moa to be all right. The Lazotep Reaver was pretty damn good. Like, we could just take that and try to do things with the Soul Diviner. There's a decent removal spell here. I would take it, but there isn't. So let's take a Reaver. Like, blue-black was the best color pair, and I'm certainly happy to try to get into it. I remember liking Erratic Visionary a lot. Valley of Promise, probably not for me. Spellgorger Weird was interesting. There's better card draw in the set than Jace's Triumph, but that doesn't make Jace's Triumph bad. Soren's Thirst is okay. You weren't usually looking to kill little stuff. I'm going to take the Divination and see if red continues to look open adjacent. Yeah, Tamiya's Epiphany was way better. Like, orders of magnitude better. This is one of the better white uncommons. It's pretty good. I remember winning some games with it. Yeah, the question is, do we want to force blue-black with Toll the Invasion, or do we want to try to stay open? And I'm kind of tempted to just force it. That's a little bit less fun in the draft portion, but a little more likely to win a tournament. So yeah, I'm going to take it. I can at least cut the snot out of blue-black this way. The Nurturer was all right if you wanted to try to do 5-color green. But I do like an Erratic Visionary. All the Amass cards are pretty good with the Soul Diviner, as we can just eat the tokens if we need cards. This next pack is probably the one where I either have to shift or get to the point where I can't shift. I'd really like to see one of the Windrakes that made an Amass token here. That'd be really swell. Trig Driver's okay. There's really nothing here that's very good. War Screecher was one of the cards I was thinking of that was pretty decent in green-white. This was like okay at taking out opposing planeswalkers. Liliana's Triumph kind of wasn't. Like they just sacrificed their War Screecher. Oh, okay. Fresh Descent was pretty bad too. Not surprising to see a lot of green and white cards left over. People may have done their research. I did mention I like Tithebreaker Giant a lot. I still do. I will play multiple tolls, but this was a decent top end for any black deck. Vivian's Grizzly was really good. It's just a really, really good mana sink. We could still be green-black, potentially. Like, we really didn't get past much blue. We'd love to have you down. Yeah, Spinner was all right, too. Don't really need a Primordial Worm. So if green's just going to be open, we can play green-black. I guess that's a good size of cutting things, is if something's relatively open, you can just get into it. Just sign up in my Discord. Just have to sign up. Play a Gateway Plaza. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing really busted here. I still think blue-black is where I'd like to go, but we don't even have like a solid removal spell currently. Another Visionary. I think I'm going to take the Thirst. I don't remember this being busted, but I remember this being playable. And I do think we're probably in black. It's good to see more blue-black cards left over. I dig that. Somebody might think that's good, and I don't want them to take it. I played that more often than I'd like to admit. No text, 3-2. All right, pack 2, what you got for me? Thip. Another Bob Nicholas. A Spark Reaper and a Callous Dismissal. Kind of like the Callous Dismissal. Thip isn't bad either. But Callous Dismissal was really good. Let's just take the value card. I could see first picking an Elvish Visionary there. Like, I still want to be doing these things. Trinko was absurd. Like, this is a huge signal from Mike that he's not playing red. And if we'd like to just stop whatever we're doing and get into red something, he will hook us up. Like, the other option is to take the Callous Dismissal. But, like, he took something over this. And Krinko was basically, if you can attack with it a couple times, you just win the game. It's funny, because I may still want to force the Callous Dismissal. Yeah, this is really tough. I'm going to force it. I have made my bed. I'm lying in it. We're playing blue-black. I'm not here to read your signals. You're here to read mine. Read them, or I'm taking us both down. Totally play Narset. Got what, one? We probably can't play Narset. Hey, what's up, Floof? Doing good. Yeah, I don't think I can make Narset really work. Good news is this pack kind of sucks, except for kind of nothing. I guess we're jamming a totally lost. Narset does pull other walkers potentially. What? I can't read what this card does. Target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact with power and toughness. Activated abilities of artifacts your opponent's control can't be activated. You can get an artifact from outside of the game, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Okay. I don't think this card is actually good. Yeah, Karn looks particularly not good. I guess it puts us on another Shriek Driver. Spellkeeper weird I can dig. I also wanted the Spark Reaper a lot. Yeah, I probably need that more than this. Because we're looking to not play that Naga. Dominaria Karn was pretty good. Yeah, it's Planeswalker that sits there and draws you cards or makes tokens. Good to make tokens, good to draw cards. Semet was not very good, and we are getting a bit punished for forcing our colored pair. That's okay. Like I said, I'm just beating up my neighbors. If you were looking for blue cards, I got some bad news for you. You're not getting any of them through me. I'm playing blue. I'm trying a very different approach to this draft than I usually do. But my old approach has not won me any of my own tournaments. It's also a much lower powered set. Boop. We've got a Spark Reaper and a Soul Diviner, which I think are actually the same person. It's a reasonable finisher, but I don't really need a reasonable finisher. I want 2 of these. And call me in the morning. I will absolutely play 3 of these. I don't want to, but I can. Seems like the names got mixed up, right? I would think so, at least. Boop. We're all going to go down swinging at each other here. Actually have to play that. Red was open. I think blue-red was actually what was open in the seat. I'm curious to see if that's actually what we should have been doing or not. You can play that. There's nothing wrong with this. Pretty good to leave up with like Spark Reaper or whatever, or Visionary activations. That Karn's really bad, Noki. I don't want to play it in limited. No escape just counters things. It counters a creature or planeswalker, exiles it, and you scry. It's fine. Kaya's really good, and we can totally play her in our black deck. So I think that's what we're going for. Yeah, I'm just saying, don't argue with each other in chat over something like that. I should probably do it myself, but I don't think the card is good. You can say I do think the card is good, but like getting incredibly pedantic is just like, it just doesn't matter. It's okay that you think it's good. It's okay that I don't. That's it. We don't need to convince each other. Band Together was busted. Very good. And that's the other card draw spell we talked about, but just a reusable kill something, kind of really good. We can all agree on that one. That's almost worth a splash. That card was mighty nice. Casualties of War was very good. We could take a Spellkeeper Weird. We're just not getting back anything particularly relevant with it. Like, there's a 3-mana instant kill something spell in black, and we don't have any of them because black isn't actually open. But I mean, that's just the world we're living in. Sorry. This is what forcing a deck feels like. It feels bad. I probably don't want to do this anymore. But at least my neighbors can suffer with me. Well, a few good things are sneaking through. I get another Callous Dismissal. I like that. Oath of Kaya was not bad. But also not for us. That's true. It's also incredibly difficult to get accurate signals in a format that's old and no one's played it in a long time, right? Because there's probably people here that didn't play much War of the Spark and don't know what's good. And there's other people that have wildly different opinions. Like, we're just talking about that Karn card, right? If you think it's amazing and I think it's trash, imagine that card, but it's a red card. And you think it's one of the best cards in the set, and I think it's unplayable, and I pass it to you. You might be like, red's open, but I'm in red. I just don't like that card. It can be difficult at times. We're going to have to use Transmutation as a removal spell. I don't think it's ideal, but it's what we got. So sometimes in a situation like that, if you've opened up a card that's powerful enough, it is worth forcing. The challenge here is I didn't really open up anything powerful. So I kind of think this isn't going to work either, but that's the meme, right? I try these every week and chat and other streamers beat me up. Yeah, exactly that. And the older a format is, the more likely things like that are to crop up. And then sometimes you get an Eternal Skylord 5th pick. But this might be that somebody thought this was bad. Spoiler alert, it isn't. We actually have a win condition in our deck now. That's fantastic. C-Snid was mana fixing, dude. Widespread brutality, eh? That's a card. If it was black, black, red, I would take it and we would play it and it would be good. But it's not, so we can't. We'll take a Lazotep Reaver. I killed people with Vampire Deacon. I think it was actually Bishop of the Bloodstained. Was that it? There's a 3/3 that gave a vampire +2/+0. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's him, Anointed Deacon. I remember that card. Is there anything I'd want to splash? I don't think so. We're slightly short playables. I could play this Relentless Advance. It's not very good. I could play another Totally Lost. It's also not very good. I could also try to just kill somebody out of nowhere with a stealth mission. I think if I just need filler, this is filler I can work with. Or I can just cut it and play another Soren's Thirst. I like that a little better. I think I do like the Gateway Plaza, even though we're only 2 colors. I've got some double blacks and triple blacks in here. Don't really want any of these. So I'll take another one of those in case I need more interaction. Green was open. Let's continue to pass that so all of my neighbors can know that I'm not in green. Arlen's Wolf was reasonable too. I'm not gonna. I've got more of those than I need. I don't think we're ever gonna play Crush Descent, but we could. Oop. Shriek Driver I could actually play. I may just run another one of those. Like, what's our worst extra 2 drop? We kind of don't have a bad one. I think I can be happy with the 2 drivers because we're mostly in a mass stack. But I'm pretty happy with this. All right, so this is what we're working with. Arena obviously thinks we needed to send extra planes, which I don't think we do. I think I like going 10-7 so we can hit these double blacks and that triple black. We only really ever need 1 blue. But I think this is the build, right? Obviously, for War of the Spark, there's really only 1 Planeswalker to pick. Yeah, I want my lands to reflect this choice as well. It's important. They need to know which side I'm on. And it's this one. Might also scare somebody to think I actually opened a Bolas, which would be funny. It's a little bit laggy. Has it got like 1,000,000 basics in the sideboard here? Not 1,000,000, but some I don't need, which you can trim out and reduce a little bit of lag. Do a couple in there in case we need them. All right, that looks good to me. Let's take it out to battle. Round 1, fight. got 10 flag sources to draw. Let's draw one. Teo! Sometimes you gotta counter a ham sandwich. Yeah, I don't use the bot that does that because you can just click your name. Soon. Soon it will be cheese. He's just not playing anything worth killing currently. There, I can kill that.
Nothing phases me. Don't gaze too long into the abyss. Lesson.
My sword is your death knell.
You have to do better than that.
I abhor my needed blood.
We can take Soren out this way, right? We swing in, she blocks this. It doesn't quite take him out. I'd like to take him out. But if I don't use her ability now, I don't get to.
Well done. But nobody's ready to die. That's why so many stick around after they do.
I am familiar with pain.
Are you though?
What a mess I've made. This will not be my final party.
Yeah.
I'll taste your neck. You'll taste my blade. Time for a drink.
I wonder what the blue's for. The swing team at Soren, he's gone, which seems nice. So let's start there, I guess. She might have a Gideon's Herpaderp.
I will spare you this time.
She might have a Despark. All right. Maybe there are board wipes in the format, so it's worth being a little careful, but I don't know if she has one or not. I don't remember there being actually very good board wipes in the format, now that I've mentioned it. Was there a board wipe in this format? I really took a 360 there, I'm aware, but like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, was there one? Time wipe. Okay, which she could have been splashing for with the blue. Single combat doesn't really count. That was just kind of bad. But time wipe. And she could be splashing for it. So kind of worth being aware of there. Pretty comfortable with what we had versus what she had. Like, we win the card advantage war, which seems to be most of what she's going for. So I think I run it back. The Streak Diver seemed really good. So I think I'd prefer another one. Probably versus Soren's Thirst. That wasn't killing a lot of really good stuff. Whereas just being able to hastily attack the Soren itself was pretty amazing. All right. Ashiok was not a particularly good planeswalker in Limited. I found it was usually exile 8 cards from your opponent's library. Go, go.
Behold my epilogue of fear.
We got to take both of them out. I guess Ashiok kills itself given the fullness of time. Like, Soren can reanimate the Ashiok, so if we're going to get milled out with Ashiok, it's because we don't kill the Soren first.
I leave you with one last.
I think she should be attacking with that Pride Mate, but I'm really happy that she's not. Okay, she has a Gideon's Herpaderp.
Do not provoke me. I am all I need for life.
You
Huh. That was what she was splashing for. It's like really good information to have.
You waste stamina.
This is called Magic the Gathering.
What a mess I made.
my dreams dissipate. This
Is Jeopardy! She may have me. I gotta try to kill her in 4 turns. And Fibblethip is not helping me do that. This body might be. But we may just be in too much trouble from the Ashiok. Did she get my Eternal? Yeah, she did. I don't think I actually have any kill conditions left. So Ashiok not being good and limited. Now you know. I just need to deal 18 damage this turn. Which I don't think we're going to do. Cool. It's usually not very good, but it got me there. Her entire deck seems really weak to Totally Lost. I think I'd like another Totally Lost. And I just didn't really see anything I wanted to hit with this at all. Take the other one out too. Yeah, this is the history of draft, Marty. We're doing War of the Spark. Sorry for being a little snarky there.
I am that which nightmare, your final terror, is upon you. Relent! Behold, my epilogue of fear. A little too real for me.
I like a good fight. Notice I didn't say I'm the best ghost hunter in the business.
I leave you with one last
We don't have a lot of win conditions left. Because we still got to worry about Soren and the board wipe. Probably a Vraska's finisher, I guess. Okay, we don't have to worry about the Wrath anymore. Because she's used it. That's terrific news. Problem is Ashiok hit 2 lands in all of the mills, which means I kind of don't have any action left in the deck.
Sometimes people rely a little too heavily on the spirits. I think I'm going to mill. I don't think there's actually anything I can do about it. Ashiok just hit the wrong pieces. Yep. We've got 1 Shriek Diver left, but it's too low in the deck to actually do anything. Now, one thing I can do, and I think I have time if the Shriek Diver's on top, right? I can totally lost my own creatures. Not anymore, though.
Let me remind you to fear those lords of darkness.
We are now dead.
Time to drink.
Because I just don't have anything left. This deck was a little light on the win conditions. Milling's fun. Roar. You think I'm dead? I'm not dead.
Strife makes
Well, I felt like we were in good shape and even talked trash about Ashiok, and then it killed me. One of these days, I'll win my own tournament. But apparently not today. GG's to Street Rage. And of course, a big thank you to my patrons. Thank you, Paul, Punk, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Basti, Rich, Brandon, John, and Jazzy. Y'all rock.